Hello, hello, hello. I'm Gritty Astro and I'm live. I have this prepared. The the um the inquest, just bit by bit. This is from the Lanks live website. And hello everyone. This is Gritty Astro. And yesterday what I did was just my first reaction to the Nikki Bulley Inquest, and now I'm going to do kind of like a bit by bit. I'm not going to cover everything said in the inquest because it's too much, and some of it really is not relevant, but some of it is really relevant. So bear with me. Thank you for being here, whoever you are, wherever you are. Uh, Here I am in South America in the glorious River Plate. It's winter here. And so, yeah, let's get started. Let's get this party started. Hello, everyone. I need to connect to my window here. Live. Because I think when I go live, maybe it's because it's the first times that I'm going live, it's public, but then when it ends, it goes private until I uh, like put it public again. I don't know why, but anyway. So as I've said yesterday, I think that the inquest was a sham, was full of inconsistencies, blatant blindness, and it was rigged. It was pushed. I think that the accidental death verdict was pushed by the big shot lawyer that the family had, and surely it has been pushed by some of the creepy characters in that village of the damned. It really reminds me of Royston Basie by the League of Gentlemen. If I don't know if you have seen that show. It's really dark humor. It's like brilliant, and it's from the I think 1999. So yeah, it reminds me of that Royston Basie, where every old people in that village keep themselves to themselves, but they know everything. And as they say in my country, small village, big hell. So yeah, I think it's been a cover-up by the police, higher ups, by the village. Not everyone in the village, because let's not be unfair. I don't like to generalize because not everyone is like that. But some key characters in that village, I think they are covering it up as well because they know more than they have said. And of course, the police, as we all know, has been utterly disgraceful in the handling not only of the Nikki Bulley personal information, that, for me, some of it is blatant lies, and but for the PR disaster in not taking from day one, they should have treated this as a possible criminal scene, crime scene. Sorry. So, and the fact, and they have been so ambiguous, shady, what with the taking over of Becky Smith and the infamous Andrew Snowden. There's a cover-up, I think, from the police, from key characters in this play, in this this saga. it's like a saga, because like Rog said, it's something new every day, right? So, and then we have the family who have given contradictory, inconsistent information over the months, shady, suspicious behavior, pattern of speech, of wording, many things. For example, PA going into the big Stanley Kubrick show of an interview in Channel 5 with Dan Walker. And that guy is another, that's another, another topic, but anyway. Hello, everyone. And also, so I said the police, key characters in the village, the media. Well, the media, you know how the media are. The media are like media whores, so they will say anything to sell news. But at the same time, they have assisted the fascist police into suppressing people who wanted just to be there, just to report, okay, without bothering anyone, actually, and they have taken some people, especially, that person, CM. They have taken him, put him on their side, and they have made an example out of him for everyone to learn their lesson. So do not investigate, do not go out there, as if going to a place and just film and speak, it's a crime. They are wanting it to be a crime, in my view. And that is very, very worrisome. Then you have the utterly disgraceful police, the PR, nightmare that, they came across as arrogant, dismissive of the public, as if the public were idiots. I mean, not like them, right? Because they are so intelligent and have so much merit, right? They are so good. They are such good people, as PA would say. We're good people. We're good people. So, I'm sorry. I'm having, I'm broadcasting from my phone. So, if you get, I could get, calls and stuff. And I'm sorry about that. So, like I said, I don't want to be, like a pain in the ass. But if you want to support my channel, I'm making a fundraiser to buy a new computer in order to make proper lives, with multi-screen, everything, So if you want to go there, it's in the description box of this live video or live broadcast, and you can support me there if you want to, okay? So thank you for being here. So like I said, the police, some people in the village, the media are also accessories to this cover-up. And and then you have the coroner, the actor. I mean, with all due respect, but he's, he loves his time in the cameras, in front of the cameras. So I would say that by the way he, by the verdict he, issued, he's someone who likes to be in the right side of power. So yeah, that's my opinion. So hello. I mean, I wish I could go there and see if there's anybody out there, because I can't get the live on my channel. That's really bad. So I mean, if you are there, please say hi, because I don't know why it's not appearing on my channel. Maybe I should switch channels to see if I can pick it up. I'm not picking it up from Gritty channel. So yeah, let's go to another channel. Bear with me, please. This may be long-winded, so because I have a lot of stuff to cover up. This inquest has lots of information, so if you are patient, bear with me. If you are really interested, bear with me, okay? So yeah, here I am. If you look at the screen, I'm on the updates of the daily, the hourly, or whatever updates that they put on the Lancashire Live, the website, the news website. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do this because, yeah, it's going to prompt me. I mean, really, what a shit this. I mean, what? If I go to my YouTube studio, bear with me because, I'm pretty new to this, okay? I'm pretty new to this going live shit, and because I'm broadcasting from my phone, I'm, kind of like, I'm limited, okay? So bear with me. I'm going to my YouTube studio, and let's see the content. Oh dear. Live. Come on. Live, 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 live. Maybe I'm speaking to the void and nobody's listening. Oh yeah, here I am. Public, it's public, so I'm going to open it. Just to check that just to check that I am actually live and that I can hear myself. Hello, hello. So I can see also you guys, right? Yay, I could listen to myself. So I'm going to mute it. So yeah. Oh, come on, please. Hello, Unity. Hi, Unity. Unity is always like I don't know if he's a she, he, whoever, but hello, Unity. Yes. Hi. Unity says it's a very funny show, very weird English humor. Oh yes. Not only weird, it's very on point. Talking about how they portray the village. It's very small town, and that's everywhere. It's not just in England, That is why I love it, because every village, it's kind of, hell, and people are weird. But in this case, in St. Michael's, it's particularly hellish, if you don't mind my saying. So, having said all that, hello everyone. Feel free to come on in, ITV, come on in. Is it at the ITV thing? Come on in. So, you have to bear with me because I love, just waffling, and it's my party, and I waffle if I want to. Yes. A man from the Isle of Wight, England. What? Oh, Unity calling. It's a man from the Isle of Wight, England. Oh, right. Hello. Hello. I know you. Yes. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. Is that you? I mean, or is that a weird coincidence? Because, coincidences are, to be paid attention to. So anyway, I hope I don't know if my volume has to be up, I'm fairly new to this, guys, so be patient with me. And it takes a lot from me to do a live because I'm learning, and because I'm naturally, like I say in other podcasts, I'm introvert person by nature. So yes, but I'm doing it because this is a passion for me. Like, I need to express these things. So thank you for being there. Unity, wow, a man from the Isle of Wight. Okay, right. Hi. I'm from the Isle of Wight. Oh, the Isle of Wight. Right. Sorry. Sorry, Unity. I took you for another subscriber. Sorry. It's the Isle of Wight. Oh, that's great. How is it? How is the Isle of Wight? How, is it nice now in summer? Must be really nice being in summer on an island, right? Good for you. I mean, here I'm just next to the sea, which is great, to the Great River Plate. But it's winter here in South America. But yesterday was miserable, miserable, like cold, humid, foggy. Oh God! But today is beautiful, a beautiful sunny day. So, albeit cold, but anyway, let's just start. I'm going to sip a little bit of water. And so let's go, okay? Let's go back in time, like who was it? PA? Sam Beckett. Let's do like Sam Beckett and go back in time here. Okay. So actually, when does it for me? Coroner is in court at 11:03 the day before yesterday, Monday, the 26th of June, 2023. It starts the Nikki Bulley Inquest, the first day, and the coroner, Dr. James Adley of Cause of Death crime show, true crime show. He loves the camera, but anyway, here at 11:03 on the Monday, coroner is in court. Okay, so this is not very relevant. He has now arrived, and what really strikes me, maybe this is like just being a nice person and being professional, but because I'm a very intuitive person. So he starts by addressing Nicola's family directly and asking how they would like him to refer to her. They have asked that he uses Nikki rather than Miss Bulley or Mrs. Bulley, because she wasn't married to this guy, right? Nikki. Okay, yes, I think Nikki is okay because, we are all Nikki at this point, the ones who actually support her. And Dr. Adley said, I'm sorry that you are attending court under these circumstances. You have my deepest condolences, and I would be grateful if you would pass that on to the children who are not in court for obvious reasons. He added, I am aware that the social media and press interest has been extensive. Okay, so he's like shitting the people, the public, again, but he didn't shit it before, but he goes even from the beginning, he goes with the main narrative, with the official narrative, like we, the public, the social media, we are the devil, we are the bad people. And oh, I'm so sorry, like, I'm aware, that the social media has been extensive. Yes, it has, because your case sucks, okay? Okay, you are disgraceful. So, and he strikes me as someone who knows his libretto or his script, and he knows who he's dealing with. So, he's going, I mean, this was rigged from the beginning, guys. So let's go further now. At 11:08, today's witnesses. The Home Office pathologist, a police diver, Professor Tipton, and Dr. Morgan, who are experts in how people drown. Yes, body flotation after death. 9 members of the public who were in the area of the river wire. 9 members. I don't remember like 9, but anyway. When Nikki went missing. And Superintendent Rebecca Smith, oh dear. That's the Queen Bee, apart from EW, right? Apart from EW, Rebecca Smith is like the Queen Bee. I am the Queen Bee. Let's see if there is anyone here. Volume perfect, waffling perfect. Thank you, Unity. You are my kind of people. You are my kind, Unity. Volume perfect, waffling perfect. Yes. That's the way I like it because, this is me. I can't only be myself. I can't be anyone else but me, Gritty, okay? So let's go on. Okay. So the today witnesses also the second day of the inquest we'll hear from a doctor, Nikki's GP, and members of her family. Also, I had read that also Nikki's boss would be there as a witness, but he wasn't. Am I wrong? Why wasn't he there? He was supposed to be a witness. And this, I mean, if I am wrong, just tell me, but I don't think I'm wrong. He was going to be a witness, Nikki's boss, but he didn't give his testimony in the end. And if he did, I didn't see it in the updates here, okay? So if you know different, let me know in the chat, okay? Also, you can write me at grittyastro@gmail.com if you don't want to be appear in public, okay? So, okay, so went through the witnesses for the day, then warning to members of the public. He says, Dr. Adley, if anybody has the slightest inclination or is contemplating disrupting this inquest, they should be aware that this may amount to contempt of court. Right, so he's like this big judge of court, and if you dare say anything that goes against the narrative, you're going to be fined or even going to prison, because here he says this could be a significant fine or prison. Additional security provisions have been put in place. Oh dear. I mean, it's like, what? It's like what is this? Like, it's just a public inquest, right? Nothing to see here, right? I don't think so. So let's go to, okay, say Unity. It's amazing, Unity says, it's amazing how much interest this case has in the world. Your South American angle is very interesting. Well, yes, thank you, but that is because I'm on the other side of the Atlantic, of the Atlantic. I have a different perspective because here is very different, and I know about corruption in its worst, like in the worst way possible here. This is Latin America, guys. So I know corruption when I see it, okay? So, let's say, okay, cause of death. So the Home Office pathologist, Dr. Alison Armour, is giving evidence. She carried out a postmortem on Nikki on February 21st, 2 days after Nikki's body was found. Okay, this is strange because I remember reading that her postmortem was fairly quick, and I remember that it was done on the Monday, I think, but now they're saying on the Tuesday. But anyway, 2 days. I had heard 1 day, but anyway, she said the internal examination found classic signs of asphyxia, a condition arising when the body is deprived of oxygen. Yeah, asphyxia, all right. Like, I don't want to be rude here, okay? So I'm not going to be too rude. By the time she was found, the process of rigor mortis was... Oh, rigor mortis! Hello! This is supposed to be serious, like journalists who spell check. Rigor mortis is rigor mortis. Jesus. The rigor mortis was completed, and flakes and fragments of dirt were found inside Nicola's throat. God bless her. Poor Nikki, poor Nikki. Rest in peace. I know she wants justice. I just know it. Addressing the possibility that Nicola had been strangled, Dr. Armour said that there were no signs of trauma to the neck. There were several bruises on her body, including both the front and back of her right arm. I mean, what the fuck? So for me, this is the first huge red flag. Okay, so maybe, okay, let's say she fell and I don't know why, how she fell, but she smashed her right arm, both in the front and the back. Okay, so okay, she fell. I don't think she fell in that spot, but anyway, let's say she fell, right? How did she hit her arm? If it is a steep fall, how did she bruise her arm like that? Her right arm, though, bear in mind, her right arm, not both arms, her right arm. And remember, some people have said that, do you remember that photo of her with Children's Society, infamous, sorry, photograph, Nikki, God bless her, with her Children's Society t-shirt, and some people noticed, I mean, I'm not sure, okay, but what I'm saying, what some people said, like, noticed that she had bruises on her right arm on that photo. So please consider that. I mean, and I saw the photo, and maybe it was shadows, but also it could have been bruises, I'm not sure. But the fact that she had post-mortem, I mean, like, it's impossible to have bruises, like, if you're dead, but obviously she had these bruises before she died. Okay, so what caused those bruises in just one arm, front and back? Now, guys, wouldn't that be consistent with somebody grabbing her, like forcibly grabbing Nikki by the right arm and dragging her, like applying force, like yanking someone, from the right arm? What do you think? Okay, I mean, for me, that is worrisome, because if she fell, what happened? Why did she bruise her arm like so bad, front and back? What happened there? I mean, front and back. I mean, if you said, okay, just the back, okay, maybe she fell and she hit a rock on her side of her arm, okay, I would say, yeah, okay. But I mean, they said that she drowned within, like, what, 20 seconds or less? How could she bruise like that if she was dead? Do you follow me? And I mean, I hope you're actually following what I'm meaning here. Hello everyone. There's 4 people watching now. Yay, 4 people. Hello everyone. Say hello in the chats, if you don't mind, but if you don't want, that's okay. But hello. Five of you watching. Hello everyone. So I was talking about the bruising in her arm here. The first cause of death on the first day of Nikki's inquest. The pathologist, Alison Armour, she said that there was here bruises, several bruises on her body, including both the front and back of her right arm. Okay, so not only in the right arm, in the body, she had bruises on her body. Excuse me, when you fall on a supposedly steep slope or whatever, you fall, like, I don't know, chest first, I don't know, head first. How do you bruise just your right arm, front and back, and your body? I mean, you're falling into water. And I mean, how is that possible? How is that possible? I mean, maybe she was struggling, and she hit herself against what? The rocks? What? I mean, supposedly she drowned there because it was like 2 meters, whatever, in the center of the river. How do you produce those bruises? Or, bear with me, were those bruises, had these bruises occurred before Was she bruised before she fell, when she was alive? And then who or what produced those bruises? That's really, really, it's a huge red flag. Huge for me, okay? And because they didn't go into detail here, I mean, I don't have all the details because as you can see, it's very summed up. It doesn't say much. But I mean, come on. What the hell? She died within what, 5-10 seconds? 20 seconds at the most? How did she make those bruises? All around her right arm, all around her body. On her body. They don't specify where on her body. I would like to know where on her body were those bruises. But the arm, it's a red flag, the bruises, because if she was dead just within seconds, okay, how could she possibly have those bruises? Dead people don't bruise. Okay, let's see if we have Martin. Hiya. Oh, here we have Martin. He's saying, hello, Martin. There was a confrontation of some sort at the riverside. Yes, I totally agree with you, Martin. The Fitbit shows the increased heart rate. Yes, many steps later, she apparently falls into the water, or she was abducted or pushed very hard. Exactly, Martin. Exactly. There was definitely, for me, in my heart of hearts, there was a confrontation there in the river that morning, and that is why she was bruised, like all over her right arm, because somebody yanked her. Somebody like took her from her arm forcibly, okay? And maybe she was punched. I mean, who knows? But like Martin here says, the Fitbit, it's key, and it's a huge red flag that to the blindness of these people at the inquest, the authorities, the family, okay? The Fitbit, it says, oh, increased heart rate. That means she was like, sorry my words, but I have to be blunt here. She was like dying on the water. That is why her heart increased. Yes, but that could also be because she was struggling with somebody, with an attacker. Jesus, come on, people. That could perfectly have happened. You cannot say for sure that, oh, he just fell, it was an accident. No, you can't. I mean, how does people accept this verdict? I can't understand it. Are really people so blind? Do people really want to be so blind to something so terrifying, right? So, like Martin said, exactly my thoughts. The Fitbit is a huge indicator that the rapid heart rate at it was, I think, 9:22. I think I will see it afterwards. But anyway, I mean, it could be from an attack. Imagine you're being attacked. Of course, adrenaline rushes through your body. You are scared out of your fucking mind. Of course, you're going to your heart's going to go up, you know, and that's what her Fitbit may have recorded. I'm not saying that that's what has happened, but it's a possibility, it's a distinct possibility. And then what, you know, and then just minutes after, oh, no more steps on her Fitbit. What? How is that possible? I mean, you drown, okay, you fall into a river accidentally, wherever. Okay, your heart starts beating so fast. Yes, I agree. But minutes later, like 8 minutes later, I mean, you're still like, what? Walking, like, you know, your Fitbit still recording steps. How is that possible if you are drowning within like 10 minutes in the fucking river? That's impossible, right? Are you with me? So, yeah. That's it's like, I can't believe these people, okay? So Unity says, we will never know, Martin. And why didn't Penny see or hear anything, says Martin. Yes, exactly. Why didn't Penny see or hear anything? Penny, in this report here, it says she entered the bench side, whatever, at 9:30. So if Nicola, her last step recorded on that Fitbit was at 9:30, how the hell did Penny, how didn't she hear or see fuck all? That's impossible, especially with Penny, because Penny's a hard woman. She's wired to be on alert all the time because she's a country woman. She, like I said, she has she's a very defensive woman. She's always on the defense. Okay, she's hard. She's like, she like she drives a tractor. She has cattle, so she's always on the lookout. Country people who have that are always alert, and especially if you live next to a river, you're always alert of changes in the surrounding area. Okay, for security. Okay, so how the hell didn't she hear or see anything? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, it will never make any sense to me. So let's go. Let's see, Martin. Yeah, exactly, Martin. Why didn't Penny see or hear anything? Why? And then I think she had her dog with her. Yeah. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Princess of Power. Johnson. Hello. Lucy says, hey, she tied her dog up before going over the stile. Yeah, exactly. Why did she do that? Why did she? I mean, she did tie her dog up. Was there a ruckus? Was there something like building up? Was she going on a confrontation with somebody there, namely Nikki? Why did she have to fasten her dog? And she says, and she went over the stile. Why didn't she go through the kissing gate? Huh? I mean, it's the psychology here, people. It's the how the mind works. Imagine you see something, right? And why would you tie your dog up? Okay, you see a dog, okay, on the other side of the kissing gate, and it's Willow, and it's like going crazy or whatever. So you tie your dog up, okay, because you don't want them to confront each other. Okay, I get that, but why did you go over the stile, like in a rush, like in a fucking rush, Why didn't you go through the kissing gate like every fucking human being there? And it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Then Eunice calling, why were we told that the Fitbit wasn't synced for 3 days? Yeah, that's another one. Because why? Maybe she didn't want to bother. Maybe somebody unsynced it for her, or without her knowing. But the fact of the matter remains that the Fitbit, when recovered from Nikki's body, it had all the data needed. The thing, I don't know if it's really relevant that the Fitbit wasn't synced with the phone. Okay, I don't know what happened there. But yes, I think that because 3 days later she was dead, yes, maybe it had something to do with it. Okay. Hello, Lucy Anderson. Great to have you here. Yeah, like Martin says, the data went on the cloud regardless. Exactly. So it doesn't matter really. But, because whenever before a tragedy, before someone dies, all the tiny bits have to be examined, okay? At least from my point of view, Lucy says, something definitely happened between them. It's completely obvious. Yes, Lucy, I totally agree with you. Either with Penny, which is, for me, is the main suspect, so to speak. And, before some police person out there, some whistleblower or whatever, some gossip, before that said that I am exercising my right to free speech, okay? I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just making a hypothesis of obvious facts. I mean, at this point, isn't even speculation. This is facts, The Fitbit, the bruising, Penny being just at the time that Nikki's footsteps stopped. What the hell? And why did she cross over the stile and not the kissing gate? Oh, were they going to argue? Were they arguing? Was there an argument? Right? So, uh, Lucy Anderson says, I think Nicola panicked getting Willow's harness on, and then what happened next to Penny knows what makes me so mad. Maybe Nicola was scared. Yes, because remember, at 9:22, wasn't it? Her heartbeat started racing. And it wasn't because she fucking fell in the water, okay? It could have been because she got into an argument, into a bad argument with somebody, and that somebody is well known for having like a really like bad temper. And not only her, remember her family, research it, remember, right? And Unity says, we were told that there was an altercation, but that wasn't mentioned. Oh, so many things were mentioned here in this inquest, right? There was an altercation. Yes, that was, I think it was Ayla Torquay or something like that, a female journalist who said they were talking about leads, but maybe, I don't know if that was the argument she was referring to. And Martin, the screams were heard about 9, shortly after 9, because witnesses, we can never know for sure what time is it, because when we heard a scream on the far away or in the surrounding area, we don't usually look at our time. We don't usually look, oh, what time is it, because it's normal. I have heard here screams, and I say, oh, what the fuck is that? And then it's the children playing, in the school near here, So, but I don't look at the time, right? So, but they say that it was just after 9. So that's very significant, okay? And so, yes, let's thank you people for all the great, points you're making there in the chat. How many people are now? 9 people watching. Yay. Okay, so hello everyone. Let's get on with this, the updates, the inquest. So, okay, so the bruises on her arm and on her body are a huge red flag. Was she yanked? Was somebody really violent with her? Did the bruises occur before, at home? Where? On the altercation? I can't believe that it happened just falling into a river, into water, and she just drowned. They said that she just drowned quickly. So how did she make those bruises on her, all over herself? Doesn't make sense. No sense at all. Let's go on with this, which is very interesting. Toxicology reports. Oh dear. So, found non-native English speaker here. Therapeutic levels of beta blocker propranolol and painkiller paracetamol. Okay. The ethanol found wasn't because of alcohol consumed. It was because post-mortem microbial activity, okay? So there was no alcohol. She wasn't a freaking alcoholic mess, right? And so the beta blocker, it's used for really bad headaches, and it was reported by the family, remember, that she was suffering with really bad migraines because of the HRT treatment. So maybe that is why she took those, right? And paracetamol maybe to aid the headaches, right? Or maybe because she suffered from her leg. She had like this elastic patch or something, in her left leg. If you go to the photo of the Children's Society, she had like a bad leg, so maybe that is why she took the paracetamol that morning, right? So nothing nothing interesting here in the toxicology report, but what it is interesting is what is not there. There isn't benzodiazepines or alcohol. She wasn't drinking. She wasn't like doing drugs. She wasn't like this mess that they portray her to be. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Dr. Armour concluded that Nikki was alive when she entered the water. Yeah, she was alive because someone pushed her. If she was pushed there, okay? Or maybe she was pushed there and then she was recovered. Who knows? Because remember, guys, there was an hour unaccounted for. Remember that as well. There is an hour unaccounted for after they supposedly find the phone and the dog Willow. Okay, let's see some comments here. Martin says, I wonder if the scream was actually at 9:20. Yes, it could have been because it was after 9. And usually witnesses' accounts, like, they can't exactly remember the time. All they know it was that it was after 9. So that's very relevant because nobody's going, oh, what time is it, you know? But two different witnesses heard the same scream after 9 that day, that morning, okay? So Unity says, yes, Lucy, bruise is very significant because you don't bruise after you like drown in 2 seconds, right? You don't just bruise because dead people don't bruise. Unity says Ron, oh, sorry, Rog. And it's funny because the people at, was it Sky who did the mock-up walk of Nicola, you know, the woman in the red coat and the easy guy, you know, the big guy, you know. Remember that? They said that his name was Ron, not Roger. Why? Why didn't say Roger? They said Ron. That really, like, those tiny details like strike me as odd, okay? Unity says, not mentioned Ron. Penny called my wife called me. We still do not know timeline, even though a statement was made. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't think Ron or Rog is involved, not necessarily. But you know what fuckery went down there, you know, after Ron supposedly at 9:33 when he came up from the walk, he found again the phone and the willow. What? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, remember, this is a family, so you know, normally families cover for each other, so bear that in mind, okay? And Lucy says, or another explanation would be she had dizzy spell and fell, but I can't let the Penny scenario go. Well, I mean, if she had a dizzy spell and fell, how did she get all those bruises on her body? And why was she so close to the river? Nikki was a seasoned dog walker and she was a swimmer. Why would she say that? I mean, okay, I get it. Maybe she get a dizzy spell and you fall into the river. Why would you get so many bruising? What did someone else did that to her before, the day before? What is going on there? I don't believe that this is spell. I really don't. With all this information and massive red flags, I really don't believe that this is spell. I think that this spell is a cop-out. It's a cop-out and another slander by the media and the police of Nikki. Yeah. So, Martin, that hour is hugely significant. No one has explained that satisfactorily. Of course not, because the inquest is rigged. I mean, otherwise, if the inquest was really a honorable and an honest one, they would have said, oh, come on, oh, wait a minute. You know, who is the man in black? Those screams, right? Heard. I mean, the bruises, Penny, the Fitbit, you know? Yeah, we're going round in circles. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what PA would say, right? We're going round, going through every scenario. Sorry. But yeah, I don't think, personally, myself, I don't feel that I am going in circles. I'm just taking my time and, examining the facts and the symbols here, the intuitions, the tiny, tiny details, and going forward, okay? Because for me, like I said before, this inquest wasn't going to be, it wasn't going to be the end, not for many people, because it was going to be just the beginning of knowing. Okay, now we know the facts, the supposed facts of the inquest. Okay, now we have new stuff to go on. That's what I feel anyway. So let's. Okay, so the pathologist bit is over. Now we go to no signs of assault. Okay. The coroner asks Dr. Armour if there was any sign Nikki had been assaulted or harmed prior to her death. Nor there was not. Okay, why not? If she had bruising, extensive bruising, why not? I would like to know those details. How did she know that? I mean, and I respect pathologists, okay? They are like freaking good at what they do, obviously. But she says no, there was not any sign that Nikki had been assaulted or harmed prior to her death. Why not? Where did those bad bruising came from? Going on, Dr. Armour said, I have concluded the cause of death was drowning because of the following factors. The watery fluid within the stomach, the lungs show typical or classical features we have seen in cases of drowning. Yeah, okay. She added the presence of the watery fluid along with the lung changes, in my opinion, confirmed that Nicola Bulley was alive when she entered the water. Well, yes, of course. She was alive and then she died in like three seconds. How did she get so much bruising? They don't say that, do they? Going on. Police diver, this is like boring for me. This is the part that for me is like irrelevant because, I mean, if you have fallen and gone over the edge of the steep section, are you going to stop before you hit the water? And PC Thackeray replied, no, you would just go into the water. Okay, so how did she get those bruises? In the water? How? I'm skipping this because for me this is not relevant. It's just, blah, 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 okay? Very difficult to get out of the water here. Very difficult to get out of the water here. So let's see if there's Unity is saying, may I say Penny has had special protection from some reason. Oh yes, I agree. I think she's connected to someone who has other connections themselves, a friend of a friend of a friend. And these people, these are tough people. And remember, not just look at Penny, look at her grandsons and I think one of her sons. Look at their history, okay? And then you will know why they may have connections to help them and protect them, right? So Lucy says, yes, I understand. I have gone through so many outcomes of this case. Just drives me mad. Thank you. I can let this go just yet. Her body told us a story with the bruises and damage to her face. Yes, the damage to her face. We're going to go to that later because it appears later here, okay? So, this is how, they talk about the river. He even says, if you were in the river and were trying to climb out, it would be very difficult to get out of the water. There is nothing to grab hold of to help yourself back out. So then again, if it's just impossible to get off that tiny, tiny river, even though you're a good swimmer, I mean, how the fuck did you get those bruises on you? Okay? How? I mean, really, this is getting ridiculous, okay? I mean, those police people like doing stupid tests on a river. It was laughable. Really, it was pathetic. I think. I'm sorry, but that's what I think. mm, yeah. 4th of April. Yeah, I remember the video. Like a woman named Maria like leaked or something. And yeah, I remember that. This is not very interesting because for me they are useless really. So let's go to the cold water shock. Okay, this is important because he says this could lead you to cold water shock, and it's my belief that if she did fall in, she was if remember the officer says who is this one? PC Thackeray. Oh, so this probably was the guy who went on to do the tests on the river, and he said it's my belief that if she did fall in, she was probably floating and being pushed along the flow. Yeah, and yet Penny, no one saw her. Oh, right, sure, whatever. Yeah, the river does eventually slope up to allow you to stand. Yes, exactly. Do you remember the great footage by Curtis Media? He did great footage. It doesn't matter what you think of him. It doesn't matter what I think of him personally. He did great footage of the river. You can see clear as day that it wasn't deep. Maybe it was deep there when she supposedly fell, but it just quickly comes up to a point when you can easily float, easily just get up, literally get up, because there's like a rocky thing there, very shallow. Oh, come on. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. And the corner is like it's twisting the facts to adjust to the official narrative. Let's see. Who is there? 7 people. Okay. Hi, everyone. The inquest was painting a perfect picture of the final outcome. Yep. It was all, a sham. They said she was alive in the water, so she would have thought for her life to get out surely. Yes, exactly. I mean, she was young. She was a swimmer. Okay, the cold shock, I get it. But why the bruises? Why didn't anyone, especially Penny, why didn't she see her just right there? Right there. For anyone to see. Okay? So let's go up to the other drowning cases. Oh no, come on. Yeah, they say how you should react when you fall, if you fall into a cold body of water. Keeping calm and standing up. Yeah, well, who knows? Evidence from diving experts. Professor Mike Tipton said blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. Okay, the lethal dose of water, 2 liters. In the first breath, you would take in 2 liters. Really, like that much water in that first breath. Oh, really? Wow. When you enter cold water, your heart output increases, your blood pressure increases, and you have no control. The professor was shown that Nicola was wearing the day she went missing, and it said offer no real protection from the water. Well, yes, I mean, she wasn't wearing like scuba diving gear. Jesus Christ. Let's go. Loss of consciousness. You are absolutely preoccupied when you enter cold water with the challenge you are being presented with. You need to breathe. Yeah. Those first seconds in the water, people really aren't considering anything else. Well, really. Oh, really? Oh, God. We have heard people talk about routes to grab onto and points of safety, but you would not be thinking about that. Well, unless you were a good swimmer, yes, you would be fucking thinking about that. You are preoccupied with attempting to hold your breath. I mean, it's incredible how these people are just pointing, just rigging, okay, this is, oh, just see this. No, don't see that. Don't see the possibility that maybe Nikki was a good swimmer and she was young and healthy and she didn't know how to react. It's the way they assume how it happened as what, were they there? Like freaking watching the show? Come on. Look, he says, someone will lose consciousness within around 20 seconds, 25 seconds. It is very rapid incapacitation. Okay, so 25 freaking seconds, you die. And so where are those bruises coming from? Please tell me. Now going to Nicola unconscious before first escape point. Oh, this is more bullshit about the river, how she died, you know, what happens to your lungs when you swallow water, like cold water also, it says you will be able to hold your breath and then goes underwater. What? If someone has taken an initial gasp from the cold water shock and then goes underwater, the length of time you would be able to hold your breath is 10 seconds at best and most likely 1 to 2 seconds. Nicola would have been unconscious before her body reached the first escape point. She would have died in less than 10 seconds. 10 fucking seconds. Take your watches, take your mobile phone, the clock. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. You're fucking dead. So, how did she come to have those bruises on her body if she was dead? Dead people don't bruise. They don't, especially, I mean, those kind of bruises, like in the back and the back, the front of the arm, the body. Come on. Okay, let's see what the people are saying here. Yeah. Martin says Nikki was wearing several layers of clothing. It would surely have taken some seconds for the call to have registered. Exactly. That's a very good point. She was like in real cold weather gear. You're right, Martin. I mean, she would have some seconds not to feel the shock of cold water. She would have had time to react in a positive way to get out of there. That's a very good point, Martin. And Lucy says Nicola would have had common sense with being around cold water. Yes, if she was grabbed and kicked into the water, her head might have hit the rocks at the edge. Yes, of course. But she must have been grabbed and kicked before she went into the water. Ergo, someone assaulted her, right? Martin says, all these cold water shock scenarios are the worst case only. Nikki was a good swimmer and fit. Exactly. She was, but because someone kicked her and grabbed her and possibly, yanked her and there was an altercation and then she was pushed into the river. Maybe, who knows? Did she? I don't for a second believe that she 100% fell in that part of the river. What if she, I mean, it could have, so many things could have happened that are not taken into account in this inquest, right? For me, it's the 10 seconds. Yes, worst case scenario, Martin, you die in 10 seconds. So if you die in 10 seconds, as they are stating, how do you bruise that badly? You don't. And even if she was swimming frantically, you know, swimming to a safe place, obviously she didn't make it. But what happened there? Why, if she was swimming frantically because she was a good swimmer, why didn't anyone see or heard anything when Penny, Ron, everyone was there? Do you get me? It's like a catch-22. There's no way out of this. Like, it's like a constant contradiction. It's impossible for me, okay? Lucy says that's 10 seconds is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, unless somebody pushed you, kick the shit out of you, pushed you into the water, and held something to your body so you will drown quickly. How about that? That could happen. And remember, people know that this woman, this old woman, has a bad temper, and we have seen that temper on video footage. It's just a possibility, but just think about it, guys, okay? I'm not accusing anyone. Not at all. Just saying, just you know, stating the facts, okay? Lucy, yeah, the clothing would have helped her, exactly, not to get that instant cold shock, exactly. So what happened? Why didn't anybody see her if she was swimming frantically, probably crying, help, help, help me, please? And no one fucking saw her. I don't believe that for a second, especially with Penny there at 9:30 when Nicola stopped walking. And so let's continue with this. I need a glass of water. Oh, I wish I had made myself a nice cup of tea, but or a nice mate, yerba mate, but yeah, I'm just going with water now. Let's go on with the inquest, okay? So let's go, and they say, she would be 10, in 10 seconds she would have died. Bullshit. Okay, then's the lunch break. Okay, let's see, let's go. Proceedings resume. Oh, I feel like like a judge in one of those, like, Agatha Christie novels. The village, like, coroner. Proceedings resume. Yeah. Okay. So proceedings resume. All parties have now returned and proceedings are back. Next up to give evidence is former police dive supervisor Lorna Denison Wilkins. She's an expert on what happens to a body after someone dies by drowning. Impossible to swim against the current. What? Okay, so this sergeant said that although the clothing Nicola was wearing would have given some initial buoyancy, not to mention, like Martin said, cover from the cold, right? From the initial shock, right? This would have been removed by movement. Okay. The sergeant agrees that people can drown in relatively shallow water if the temperature is cold. She says 44% of fatalities in water occur when someone had no intention of entering the water. If they fell accidentally or if someone pushed them, right? Dr. Adley, so now we have the coroner, the actor, or, ITV, come on in. Cause of death. I don't know if it's from ITV, but anyway. The coroner, Dr. Adley, described Nikki as a holiday swimmer, but yet her family before her had stated that she was a really good swimmer. So which one is it? Which one is it? And holiday swimmer is pretty good, what does even mean holiday swimmer? Like, oh, she only swam when she was on holiday. Come on. She was a good swimmer. Her family said so. And asked what it would be like to try and swim against a water speed of 1 meter per second. It would be almost impossible to swim against the current. Why would Nikki swim against the current? It doesn't make sense. If she was a good swimmer and if she was alive by then, she wouldn't go against the current. She would have known to go with the current. Even I know that, and I don't like swimming very much because, I am a little bit afraid of the sea. I live next to the sea, and even though I love the sea, the sea, it can be, dangerous. And but even me, I know that if you are caught by surprise in the water, you have to flow with the current, not against it. If Nikki was a good swimmer, which she was, she wouldn't have done that. Probably, I mean, she would have known what to do. Okay, that's what I think. Then you see here, the corner is pointing. He's directing the narrative. Can you see that? He's like he thinks he is subtle, but he isn't. He's trying to direct, it will almost be impossible to swim against the current. Yeah, you would have to go with the current and then find a place of safety. Yes, but he's like pushing like the fact that she tried to swim against the current, which I do not believe for a second. Going on. First member of the public giving evidence. Let's see. Is there someone there? Yeah. Okay. So how long have I been going now? 70 minutes ago. Oh dear. Okay. So obviously I won't have time to make the full inquest because it's actually long, and because I like to read the comments because people are making really good points, and it's otherwise I would be ignoring interesting points that my listeners are making right now. So and because I think about stuff, I am dissecting this inquest. Okay, so I'm going to go with the first member and then I'm going to stop because it's been 1 hour or something, and I'm not really used to do like 5 hour long lives. Maybe in the future when I have proper equipment, like I said before, but now it's like I'm just I crouching here on my mobile phone. It's like, yeah. And so let's go with this one, and that's it. And I'm going to resume in another live the rest or another portion of the inquest, right? Now, first member of the public giving evidence. The next witness is Kay King, a member of the public who was in the area of the River Wire where Nicola went missing. She is a receptionist at a veterinary surgery and dropped her children off at St. Michael's on Wire Primary School when she saw Nicola. Miss King said Nicola seemed Mrs. King. Or is it Miss? Well, doesn't matter. Mrs. King said Nicola seemed her normal self and said that she didn't appear anxious or low in mood. She had the dog Willow with her, and Willow was sat in the back of the car. Miss King said the two women said morning to each other, morning, and then started talking about dogs. I presumed she was going for a walk because that's what she normally does in the morning after the school run, she said. Miss King said Nicola told her about going to buy dog food the week before and said, "Ooh, I can't believe she's classed as a senior," after telling Mrs. King that Willow was aged 7. Oh, poor Willow. So it's like 7 like a senior. Like, isn't like 7 years, like 1 year is 7 years, human years in a dog? So if Willow is 7, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't being 7 by 7, 49, right? Um, so Willow will be like 50 years old. Is that a senior to you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe for a dog it is. I mean, I have dogs, as you have seen in my other videos, and I used to have other dogs, and my family has many dogs. So 7 years not senior to me. It's like middle aged. It's not senior. Come on. Or maybe her dog was senior. I don't know. Um, uh, let's reread that again. Miss King said Nicola told her. So Nicola told Miss King that she was about to buy that about going to buy dog food the week before. About going to buy dog food the week before. I mean, that doesn't make much sense, does it? I mean, Miss King said Nicola told her about going to buy dog food the week before. Wouldn't it be the next week? Next week. Or maybe she was talking about that she had bought dog food the week before, and so this woman said, I can't believe she's classed as a senior after telling Miss King that Willow was aged 7. So Willow is classed as a senior, really. That's weird to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm reading wrong, but it's kind of like messy the way they are reporting on this, don't you think? I find it kind of messy. And Willow wouldn't be a senior by age 7. Not to me. I mean, my dog, yeah, I mean, I know senior dogs are when they are like 9 years, maybe, but 7, but I don't know. For me, that's middle age. But okay, so the fact remains that this is one. This is important because there is this Miss King, who is a witness that saw that Nikki was alive, and it was actually Nikki. It wasn't somebody else. It was Nikki at the school. Okay. So there we have a witness that actually saw her and interacted with her about the dogs. So we know for sure, I assume it's for sure that Nikki was there, and it was Nikki, of course, okay? Let's see. Let's see people who is commenting. Martin says, I wish the coroner had questioned the witness properly to establish a definite timeline. Yeah, but that's the thing, Martin. Apparently he didn't. And that's another huge, massive red flag to me. Yep. And Lucy says, Nikki became anxious when she saw Penny. Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, that's very probable for me. And let's see the next one. I mean, if it's not that bad. Man in Black sighting. Come on. Man in Black sitting. What the hell is that? I mean, can't these people write? I'm from freaking South America and I can't spot a bad spelling in a newspaper. Come on, guys. Just, Jesus. Get with the program. Black man sighting, not sighting. Black man in black sighting. Isn't it? Reported to police. Sighting, not sitting. Jesus. So this one is a big one. So okay, I'm going to finish with this big one, okay? But maybe the next one I'm going to come back to this one, because this one is another big one for me. The next evidence comes from dog walker Richard Fife. Mr. Fife, Hello, Mr. Five. Oh, give me. So, Mr. Five has been unable to attend today, but his statement is being read out on his behalf. Some people, I have seen speculation that this guy isn't real because he didn't attend. Oh, come on, guys. Please, really. I mean, maybe he isn't real. I mean, I'm open-minded because this case is such a mindfuck that maybe he isn't real, but I assume because this is a public inquest, he is real and he couldn't actually attend. Maybe he's elderly, right? Maybe he was on vacation because it's summer over there, guys. Maybe the guy, Mr. Five, was on vacation, on holiday. Maybe he was, maybe he's an elderly man and he couldn't because he was like ill or he had to go to something important. I assume he's real because this is the freaking public inquest, okay? I have to believe it, otherwise, what? We don't believe in anything, so why bother talking about things, right? So this one is crucial for me. Mr. Five has been unable to come, okay. It explains, the statement explains he was walking his dog on the fields close to where Nicola was last seen. Now, people said this was near the allotment lane. Allotment lane, if you look at the map, if I had a proper computer, I could show you that. I saw the map yesterday. Sorry, the day on the Monday, I saw the map in Google Maps, in Google Earth. Google Maps, and I saw the allotment lane. So people say this was in an allotment lane, okay, which is very near where Nicola was walking, right? So he was walking his dog on the fields close to where Nicola was last seen, okay? He knew her to say hello to her as they often see each other while out walking. So he was just a neighbor, hello neighbor, hi, because they would walk their dogs regularly there, okay? So he knew her by face, he knew her, okay? Between 10 a.m., between 9:10 a.m. and 9:20 a.m., he saw Nicola from a distance, right? She was looking at her phone. Mr. Five saw a male he referred as man in black as he walked towards where he saw Nicola and assumed he was waiting for a lift, okay? So that means this guy was like standing up. He was like shifty, maybe pretending to talk on the phone, but like kind of like standing there. I saw her standing there. And he assumed he was waiting for a lift. So imagine yourselves when you see someone and your first thought is like, oh, he's waiting for a lift. What does it mean? It means he's lurking. He's just standing there doing nothing. Maybe talking on his phone, looking at his phone, but just standing there, lurking like, right? Wouldn't you think so? If you assume someone is waiting for a lift. But this guy, Mr. Five, said, it really like, from what he says, the way he says it, it's like it rang alarm bells because he reported it to the police. So this guy was really shifty, okay? Let's see if there's yeah. Yes, this is a big one. Yeah, the man in black is a huge one. He real, all right, he's made a statement, exactly. And he was like a good citizen. He saw that, and then he knew what happened to Nikki. She disappeared. He reported it to the police promptly, okay? So this is a good citizen. And because he saw, it stayed in his mind, the fact that this guy was shifty, shady, up to no good. In his instinct, his first instinct was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? You know, why is he standing there doing nothing, like lurking? Maybe he's waiting for a lift. Maybe he's what? Like shadowing someone, following someone, like watching from afar. And this guy was all in black. Come on, people, all in black, as not to be recognized, as to, you know, oh, Jesus Christ. And yeah, give me just a minute. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I had to like look for someone there in my house. So give me just a couple seconds and I will be right back with you. Um, so this is, for me, is one of the most important witnesses, testimonies. It's as though he assumed he was waiting for a lift. Mr. Five said he then saw him again on his way back, and that he was dressed all in black and possibly a beanie hat. So he had his head covered, okay? Beanie hat, hello. I mean, come on, people. And was about 6'1" tall. So he was tall. Who else is tall? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say who else is tall, but it rhymes with tall. Oh my. I'm such choker, Emma. Aren't I? Hello, Essex Boys Outlaw. Yeah. Hello, Essex Boys. So the man in black vanished approximately 9:22 a.m. as Nicola's heart rate increased. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see. I want to finish this one, so this paragraph, so I can respond to you guys on the chat, because this is like, oh Jesus, I mean, this is a big one. So let me just 1 second, please. The dog is barking. You know, I live kind of, I mean, I live in the seaside, but it's quite, you know, very suburbia, so you have to be, you know, on your toes well sometimes. So going on, the guy was about 6'1" tall. Okay, so who is 6'1" tall, or very tall, whatever? It rhymes with tall, right? Mr. Five thought it was strange he was still there. According to his statement, he thought it was strange that the guy was still there when he came back, when Mr. Five came back from his walk. The guy in black was still there, like lurking, fucking lurking, possibly, very possibly, and very probably lurking. Like maybe he was a watch out, maybe he was, how you say, yeah, like a watch out, and for somebody else, or was he the actual attacker? Who the fuck is this guy? And this guy never, ever reported himself to the police as he should have. Okay? That's very important. He never reported himself. He's like a stranger. Okay? So, Mr. Five thought it was strange he was still there, according to his statement. Mr. Five then got in his car and drove off. Yeah, because he probably went through allotment lane and he went to his car, right? After his walk, right? Are you with me? After walking his dog. When he drove past where the man in black had been, he was gone. So it was, maybe he saw him all through from allotment lane, right? Or was it on the main street? This is where I'm not sure where this is taking place. But maybe he saw him from allotment lane, right, onto the path to the field, right? When he drove past to where the man in black was, he was gone. After hearing Nicola had gone missing, Mr. Five reported this sighting of the man in black to the police. Yeah, but okay, we need to see a freaking map, okay? Because some people say it was in allotment lane that this man, when he walked his dog, he went supposedly back to allotment lane, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure I saw this detail on the actual inquest, like statements, like here in the media. So where was this guy? He says, let's go back. He says, as he walked, he said he saw a male. He saw Nicola from a distance between 9:10 and 9:20. She was looking. Oh no, no, no! What have I done? Jesus. Okay, here. What? Here. She saw Nicola from a distance. She was looking at her phone. He saw a man in black, as he walked towards where he saw Nicola, and as he walked towards where he saw Nicola, so he was on his walk, right, with the dog, and assumed he was waiting for a lift, okay? He saw, as he walked, he saw the man in walk as he walked towards where he saw Nicola. So in the field, right? It has to be in the field or very near the field, right? So this was in the field or very next to the field. This is really important, okay? And this good Mr. Five reported it to the police, whereas this man in black never reported himself to the police as he should have. So this is like a big one. This is a big one, okay? So let's see what people are saying, right? Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Yes. Lucy says Penny would know the routine of the other dog walker, so she knew her time to strike. Maybe yes, that's possible. I mean, she lives right there, for Christ's sake. She knows everything. She sees everything on a daily basis. She knows the people that walk there regularly. And remember, this wasn't a summer picnic. This wasn't a summer day where lots of people are there. This was a cold, miserable day in winter, in the middle of winter, So there wouldn't have been many people walking their dogs. So the coast was, clear, right? The coast was clear, and this was a Friday. Maybe on Friday people didn't walk their dogs as much as on the other days because people are more busy making plans for the weekend and whatnot. So maybe it was the right time to make a move on a Friday. People, I have seen many true crime when people disappear and they are found dead. And people who have done a crime to these people missing, it's quite common to make a person go missing on a Friday. So you know, then comes the weekend and nobody can be asked to make to call the police. Oh, because it was a weekend, maybe she just took the weekend. She was, maybe she just said, okay, I'm going to take the weekend for myself. You know what I mean? Because she wasn't working the next day. Remember that, people. Remember that detail. People who make people go missing usually choose a Friday because then comes the weekend and people assume they, you know, Nikki, for example, just wanted the weekend for herself and she took off and whatever, so it buys them time, right? So let's go on with the comments. Hello, Essex Boys Outlaw. Yeah, the outlaw. I fought the law and a low one. Hey, Gritty. Hey, Essex Boys. Lucy says, sorry, I should focus on the man in black, not Penny. Just mine keeps going in all directions. Well, I mean, if this was planned, and something inside me tells me that this was planned, why not have a man in black lurking as a watch out for who knows who? For Penny? Remember, when you're committing a crime, usually criminals have watchouts in place to say, okay, no, not now, not now, not now, because people are coming. But then he would say, okay, he would pick up the phone and say, now, coast clear, do it. Come on. It makes perfect sense if you were going to go with that scenario, right? So, Martin says, and he never came forward, exactly. If the police even tried to find him, yeah, exactly. But I mean, if he was covered head to toe in black, he didn't want the cameras to catch his face, right? So maybe the police looked for him, but he couldn't find him, and obviously he didn't report himself to the police. That makes him highly suspicious to me. Of all the days on earth, that Friday, on the time Nikki went missing, come on, people, come on. Essex Boy says, so the man in black vanished approximately 9:22 as Nicola's heart rate increased. Yes, let's go back here. Let's see if there's a time here. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because he saw Mr. 5 saw Nikki between 9:10 and 9:20, and then he saw the man in black, and her heart rate went at 9:22, started going rapidly. So maybe that's when the man in black gave the go go go, the all clear to someone else. And Mr. 5 was walking on the other side, so he couldn't see, right? What was happening, right? And this guy, the man in black, was exactly, he was the watch out, and he was watching this guy, this Mr. 5. He was, okay, now Mr. 5 is out of sight, do it. It's a possibility. Who else? Now, Nikki Haywood. Hello, Nikki. Hi. Nice having you here. Says, if a man in black was stood at top of allotment lane, then he would surely be picked up on the same CCTV as Christine Bowman and others if he'd have walked down towards the river. Yeah, but I mean, if he was unidentifiable because he was wearing like maybe when he went through the because if this was planned, he knew exactly where the cameras would be, and he knew how not to show his face to the camera. Maybe he just walked in another, like looking down. Remember, this guy was in black head to toe. These people know how to um, divert the police. They know where the CCTV cameras are, and they know to look the other way so the camera doesn't pick you up, or look down, or just put your hat really down on your face. It's very possible. Essex Boy says, I do not think Paul Ansel will have the minerals to kill Nicola himself. Essex, I don't either, to be frank with you. But what I do know, what I do think, is that he is very ambiguous, very suspicious in the way he spoke, always contradicting himself, being nonchalant about it all, like being very calm, using the same phrasing as other people in this play, in this story. So yeah, I agree with you, because people who are narcissists, or people who control other people who are manipulating, sometimes those kinds of people are cowards, so they have other people do their dirty work. Yeah, I don't think that he had it in himself to, and because you have to take into account that the police, he was ruled out by the police. So I think it's impossible, unless he managed to manipulate the CCTV footage from his house. Unless he was able to do that, I mean, it's impossible for police not to. He's alibied by the police, so he probably had someone do it for him, right? Yep. If he had something to do with it, but having everything into account, I feel he knows more, and he possibly had something to do with Nikki's death. Okay. And yep, let's see. Like all narcissists and manipulators, most of them are really cowards, because they are not honest. They can't tell people to their face in public what they think about them. They have to do it like behind closed doors. They're cowards. And he plays the victim too. He plays the victim. So I don't like that. I don't like that when somebody has died, you know. Yeah, tall. Yeah. Lucy, yeah, you got my rhyme. What rhymes with tall, right? Lucy says, his gut feeling was telling him about the man in black. It was not okay. Yes, exactly. And you always have to trust. I tend to trust people's first gut reactions, because normally they are true. Yep. Essex Boy says, P.S. I love your no-nonsense approach. South Americans are great, passionate people. River Plate, though, I can't forgive. Boca are the ones. Oh, come on, Essex Boys. Are you from Argentina? No, but by your name, you're from Essex, aren't you? Like Nikki. Or maybe you aren't, I don't know. But thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Yes, I have a no-nonsense approach. I'm very blunt and gritty, and that's because I have, Latin blood in my veins and Basque blood in my veins, also Native American blood in my veins. So I just, I don't do politically correct, not at all. But thank you. Yeah, Boca is from Argentina. I am a big fan of Peñarol Athletic Club, so I made a podcast about them, which is my favorite team, soccer team, football team. So you can go back and listen to that if you like that. But yeah, Boca Juniors, they are fine. One of the, classics, right? Yeah, we are passionate. Yes, we are. Essex says, I would like to know on the map where the point is. Well, you can look at it. I can't do it right now because I'm from my phone, so it will be messy. I need a computer to do that properly with, overlays and multi-screen and shit, And I'm making a little fundraiser for that at my coffee account. So if people want to go there and donate for me to have that equipment, feel free, and I will be very grateful. Okay, so thanks for the nice words, Essex boys. So he says the towpath splits right as allotment lane bends and meets it. Can you imagine the police requested Dorfeld footage of this man in black? Yeah, they didn't, did they? They didn't. I mean, they asked for footage from dashcam on a silly road, but not from there. No, I'm sure they didn't. And if they did, which they haven't said, this guy in black, like I said, they know how to cover themselves up. He was head to toes in black, okay, with a hat on his head, so he could push his hat down. Maybe it was a balaclava, who knows, or he could like look the other way so his face wouldn't be caught on camera. And the police wouldn't be able to do fuck all about it, right? Because they couldn't find him. So, Nikki Haywood, anybody could cross that river near Weir unnoticed. Yes, exactly. Because there's nobody there. Especially, just picture yourself. Picture yourself on a river. Exactly, just picture yourself on that river on the 27th of January, a cold, freezing morning, in the middle of nowhere, no one around, very few dog walkers. And yeah, have you seen the footage? The footage by also a very good footage that I recommend for you to watch, apart from the Curtis Media footage, just the footage of the river and the places around it. Just look at the footage, great footage that crime scene to courtroom made. It's a great channel, and he went there to St. Michael's on Wire and actually made he did the mock-up of the Nikki walk, and he also went through the style, I think, and he went to the wire, past the wire, and he saw that there was absolutely no one there. Anybody could have done anything there, okay, and they wouldn't be caught. So let's see. Yeah, hello, Nikki. Nikki could be the vicar. Yeah, like Agatha Christie mystery, murder at the vicary. Oh my. Essex boy says she never went into the river. I'm convinced. I think abduction when screams heard and later murdered. Yeah, I mean that could very possibly, that's very possible. Yeah, maybe she was abducted. Maybe she was. She fell on the river and someone had like like a stick to make you go in the river, and they make sure with a stick on your head that you don't come out, and they drown you, and then they waited for no one to be there, and they recovered her body, and they moved the body, kept the body in another body of water, and then when the police stopped searching, ta-da, she appears out of nowhere. Okay, and in this inquest, there is much more that I want to talk about, but this is the last paragraph because now it's going 109 minutes ago. It's like 2 hours, nearly 2 hours. And Essex says, I'm only stuck on motive. Yeah, I mean, motive, I have many theories about it, the motive, but I mean, maybe who knows what goes on closed doors, and this is a tiny village of the damned. Okay, so who knows what happened? Maybe there was like a big grudge against people had a grudge against Nikki because Nikki knew something. I think she did know something, and I have some material that I want to show you, but I can't do it. I don't know if I can do it on my phone properly the way I want to, but I think she knew something. I really think in my heart that she knew something, and that's why she came to her death. And people had a grudge against her because of that. Who knows? I think maybe, and people can be volatile. Maybe someone had such a chip on their shoulder about Nikki and they wanted to end her. And there are many people who will want that, I think. So, okay, there's no more people here on the chat. And I have already covered the man in black, which is the big red flag, apart from the bruising on her body. I'm doing the inquest bit by bit in a chronological order from the earliest one to the last one on the second day. So now I'm just on this part, which was at 14:30 in the afternoon when the man in black thing came on the inquest. So yeah, I'm just going to estoy haciendo un vivo, and so I'm going to stop here. And okay, let's see. Unity says 13 watchers, your new record. Oh yes, I'm a huge channel. Unity. 13 watchers, yay! I really appreciate it, but at the same time it's funny, my new record, yay! Hopefully it will increase with time. But it's really sweet, of you to say so. And Nikki says, pathologist says something about asphyxia, but no signs of strangulation. She only had 200 milliliters of water in her lungs, but they say she would have taken in 1 liter they say it was 1 liter to 2 liters in one fucking gasp. Who knew? But she had only 200 millimeters, like literally a fucking glass of water. Okay? What happened there? Really? Come on, people. Essex boy says, Essex girls have a style that northern girls can compete with. Oh, I don't know about that because I'm not English, but that's funny. I mean, I did, I was in England at some point, and I went to Essex once, and I went all over, but Essex girls are gritty. They are like, I don't know, it's like, they have, yes, it has like it's different. Yeah, it's different from, I never been to Blackpool or Lancashire, so I don't know how they are. But in Essex, it was like a neighborhood. It was like the hood, it was the hood. It was very like, I don't know, gritty but wholesome. And I assume that an Essex girl will be very, hands-on, gritty, strong woman, like take no bullshit kind of gal. So yeah. Yeah, soon to be 13, soon to be 13,000. Yay! Hope so. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hello, LD. Hello, LD. LD is another regular. They watch. They are always commenting. So hello, LD. Hi. I'm just about to finish now, unless the chat speeds up, but I'm stopping here at the Man in Black because I want to do all the inquest bit by bit and just as if I was a pathologist, a psychological pathologist of the inquest, of the reports, okay? But because the inquest is quite long, the texts, I can't do it in one sitting, my bladder is about to burst out. I'm a woman. And Lucy says, thank you, very interesting stuff. Chat soon. Okay, bye, Lucy. Martin says, thanks, entertaining as always, Gritty. Thank you. Happy to be entertaining. No need for doom and gloom. And Sheila Carter. Hello, Sheila. You came late, but hello. I'm really glad to have you here. She says it's a great channel and thank you for supporting Nicola all the way in South America. Yes, I support Nikki because I am Nikki and I would like to create the hashtag I am Nikki. Do you remember, like in 2000 and was it 2015 or 2014 when there was the terrorist attack on Paris and France and that newspaper, Charlie Hebdo or something, and everybody created the hashtag I am Charlie Hebdo or whatever. So it would be great for people who actually don't buy this bullshit to create this hashtag I am Nikki. I am Nikki. And I follow this because I feel like I am Nikki because, like I said before, she was like from my same generation. We are roughly the same age. And she's a mother. And she was pretty, I'm sure. She was strong. And she was a nice person. She didn't deserve this. So I feel like I am her because I understand her problems like perimenopause, all that. So it's like she's from my generation. Yeah, like the Who. My generation, right? She's from my generation. So I am Nikki. And because I support her cause, because I am a woman and I believe she was being abused, she was being in a I believe in a abusive relationship, like toxic, and people are lying, all her next of kin are lying. And yeah, there's more to come in this inquest as I pluck through it. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. Gut feeling tell me something is missing in the puzzle. Yeah, the puzzle is a puzzle. Yeah, like Emma would say, tiny bits of a puzzle. Did she say that? Yeah, she said tiny bits of a puzzle. It is a puzzle, and it's very slowly, very slowly. Some people don't want it to come clear. Don't want us to see the whole puzzle. But we are not idiots. We're going to. I mean, even if we don't complete the puzzle, we know something's wrong here, and that is why I propose hashtag I am Nikki. Yeah, because even though I'm from South America, I have many things in common with her, and I hate abuse and domestic violence. I don't like women being slandered for being perimenopausal, for fuck's sakes, and slander saying she was a fucking alcoholic when she didn't have a droplet of alcohol in her system. And it's just such bullshit. And yeah. I am Spartacus, okay. Not like and share. Thank you, Lisa French. So I'm going to call it a night now. I've been going for 2 hours, exactly 119 minutes. Hit 120 and it's 2 hours time. So I'm going to leave you a thank you. Thank you for being here with me today. And I'm going to leave the hashtag because I love it. I am Nikki. Yay! So now you know. I mean, that hashtag could be something, you know. It's just a way of showing Nikki respect and love. Yeah. And memory. I will never forget about Nikki, even if we don't know what happened to her. I mean, her memory will go on, you know. It's such a shame, but I will continue soon with this live. And thank you, Essex. And I will leave you. I know it seems pushy, but if you want to donate, I'm going to leave you my donation, whatever, if you want to, okay? Whatever, who cares, right? Coffee.com/pretty. Yay! And a smiley. There you go. Yeah. If you want to donate, there is the thing is going to. I hope it stays on the chat. I hope they don't take away my chat. So I'm going to say good night to everyone. Thank you for being here, and see you soon. Okay. Bye. God bless you.